Alright everybody, welcome back to the channel. Got kind of a big card here. It's Charizard. It's the reprint from Generations XY, I believe. This is a friend of mine's card, and he wanted me to kind of appraise his collection and get it cleaned up because he needs to try to sell it. So we're going to jump in with this in just a second. First, I wanted to show you this because this got a little out of hand. This card did not want to get flat, and you see all these clamps I've had to put on this card to try to get it to flatten out a little bit more. No matter what I did, could not get this card. It still had a bump in it, so we're gonna go for another 10 or 12 hours with these bigger more adjustable clamps, and then these clamps are just kind of on here to hold this side of the plastic down. But yeah, wanted to give you an update on our Manectric EX project, and this is where it's at so far. So jump in with this Charizard here. The other thing you want to remember to do when you're doing this is either gloves or very clean hands. I just washed my hands, and this is actually in pretty good condition. I don't know that I'm gonna really try to do anything with the hull. I don't see like any surface scratches really. I mean, it's in good shape. I'm probably just gonna wipe it down. It does have a little bend in it, but I'm just gonna give it a quick wipe down. It does have one nasty scratch, and it's like right through the middle of the card. It almost seems like it, I don't know if you can see it on there, but that's a bummer. But I mean, it's still a cool card, obvious, iconic. We'll put it into a new sleeve. This one's pretty dirty, so that's gonna get trashed. We're just gonna give it a little dusty and give it a little spritz with our microfiber cloth. I don't even want to, I'm gonna try my best to not even touch the image. I'm just gonna kind of go around the sides and clean it up. And yeah, because yeah, like I said, this card's actually in really good shape. I don't want to screw it up. I mean, it's in near mint condition. I'm actually really surprised because he pulled this card out and literally just like threw it into a Ziploc bag with a bunch of all of his other cards, and was just kind of like, here, what's this worth? I don't know, dude. Yeah, there's not even any like whitening on the back. There's a little crimp right here in the corner. Could probably work that out. Yeah, it's best to humidify them first before you try doing stuff like this, but might be able to just keep working that out to the edge. And I don't know how well you can see it. It's kind of in the shade. It's in the shadow there, but it's pretty good. It almost looks clipped. It almost looks like a bad cut. But very cool. Yeah, I don't think there's anything left to do with this. We'll just put it into a fresh sleeve, and we'll set it off to the side. Yeah, that's... Yeah, I didn't really look at the card when he gave it to me. I just saw that it was in his collection, and I was kind of shocked. It's like his best card he has in his collection, and it's, again, it's a cool card. It's iconic. It's Charizard. But for how he was storing this thing, I'm really surprised at how good this card looks. So we're just going to set that off to the side, and let's pull the clamps off of these. Let's see how he looks. But I didn't really have any other cards that needed attention. So let's take a look at our metric. Not bad. Got it pretty dang flat, actually. For what it is, I think we did okay. I mean, this poor card has seen better days. But good enough to go in my binder. That's something today I was talking to my wife about, and it's an issue that I've talked about a lot, and that is just how people talk about how much their collections are worth, and that's what's causing prices to go up. It's also what's causing crime related to Pokemon has become. And it's just, okay, I heard a story today, and this guy's a pretty big collector, and he goes to a lot of shows. He's pretty well known, but he was on a podcast and he was being interviewed, and he was kind of explaining like how he got into the hobby and how he left his job and started doing Pokemon and started going to card shows. And how he had a job doing granite countertop installation, things like that, and actually moved pretty high up in the company before. Check out that Dark Charizard. Looks good. And now he makes way more money. He quit his job where he was like a site manager and all this stuff for this company. Oh, we don't want to do that. We don't want to jump ahead of ourselves here with this. And he walked away from it to do Pokemon. And I was like, this is the problem. Like, this is the main problem. This is why Pokemon cards have gotten so out of hand. This guy's on a podcast talking about how he's making twice as much as he ever did working a real job than he did selling Pokemon cards. And we need to stop doing that. These guys are the problem. They really are the problem. And they need to be called out. We need to start, like, dude, shut up. Like, oh, that had some goop on it. Either that or this is a fake card. I don't know, you tell me. It doesn't look fake, but that shouldn't have nothing should rub off. That's not a good sign. I don't know if you can see that. I was just working the back of this card a little bit with this solution that I've used on 100 cards, and some of the ink looks like it transferred. Now, it kind of already looked white on the back there, and that's why I thought there was something there, but that was not the case. So be careful. you might have fake cards in your collection, and that's one way to tell. We're going to keep working on this cleaning. I'm just going to do a quick polish, and we'll move on from there. Anyway, yeah, the vendors at the card shows are just as much to blame, in my opinion, as the people committing the crimes. Like I said, break-ins, the robberies at the stores, the guys going in with guns to the card shops in New York and stuff like that. It's because they're hearing these guys that have all these cards and have all this money because of all these cards say, yeah, no, it's totally worth it. It's worth giving up everything for Pokemon right now. And that's crazy. And that's part of the problem. Just doing a quick polish here. And on another podcast, I listen to a lot of podcasts. I try to keep my finger on the pulse of these hobby as much as I can. And I don't want to say anybody's name because I don't want to give them any more attention. But like, these guys are talking about he has a close friend whose portfolio on Collector is worth so much money that every day when he looks at Collector, yeah, it looks a little bit better. I don't know what it is, but that when he looks at his Collector app every day, sorry, I got distracted, that his portfolio can go up by anywhere between $250,000 and $500,000. And you're on a podcast saying that about Pokemon cards. Of course someone's going to try to steal Pokemon cards. We have people stealing Pokemon cards in broad daylight from card shows, grabbing whole binders off of tables and just running with them and hoping that they make it to the parking lot. You know what I mean? And so these guys on these podcasts, these guys talking about this, they're just as much to blame. And they need to be told to stop. Because it's bad. It's getting real bad. But, yeah, I don't know. It's out of hand. And I think that they know it. I think that the guys that are doing these podcasts, they have to know that they're influencing people to go out and rob people at gunpoint for Pokemon cards. To some extent, they're responsible for this because, I mean, again, in this economy with how bad everything is, stealing something like Pokemon cards sounds really appealing. That's why I said I don't disclose how much my collection's worth. It's not worth a lot. Don't get me wrong. But you'll never hear me talk about it. Anyway, this Dark Charizard's gonna get a fresh sleeve. And boom, super iconic cards. Done and dusted. Metric. He can get a fresh sleeve too. Why not? I don't know. You tell me what you think in the comments. I'm actually getting ready to just sell my whole collection because I don't even want to be associated with these people. I don't want to be honestly, I don't want to do this anymore because it's just become so toxic and dangerous. You got people, breaking, fights breaking out at vending machines, at Walmart, at Target. Now you got Target employees cutting, ETBs and only giving one out to every person. And then some places I've actually heard reports that in some card shops they're actually just cutting the corners of the booster packs so that they're not sealed anymore before they sell them to customers. And it's just gotten so wild. It's gotten so out of hand. And it makes me, it bums me out because this is something I love, and it's something I really enjoy doing. And my son, he's 6 years old now, and so it's something he does too. And and it's not really something we can really just enjoy because it's impossible to find packs. Anyway, let me know what you think in the comments. Make sure you like, subscribe, and we'll see you in the next video. Have a good night.